nice and relaxed. That's perfect. You remind me of that no reaction kid on TikTok. And he's like, no reaction. Just crack your neck. And you're just like, no reaction.
Like, I needed that. I thought it was going to hurt for a second, then I was like, ah.
Nice. Very good. It's like, is she alive? Did you kill her? All right, so in Ayurvedic and traditional Chinese medicine, they do a 3-point pulse reading. So like Western medicine, they do the rate, rhythm, contour, and amplitude, and they're always doing a measurement of the cardiovascular system. In traditional Chinese medicine and Ayurvedic medicine, for thousands of years, they've done a 3-point pulse reading with a superficial and then also a deep. And then each layer reveals different information. Now, first we have to identify the 3 pulses. They're known as Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. They tell us what kind of constitution that we are. Constitution is like our general like setup, like your body type, characteristics. Did you ever hear of ectomorph? Do you remember from biology? Ectomorph, endomorph, mesomorph?
I do remember that.
Okay, so it's like, I'm an ectomorph. I'm just long and lean. It's difficult for me to gain weight. You have a pitta pulse, which would be reflective of a mesomorph, so you would be the muscular type. Like, I bet if you went into the gym, you would get jacked real quick. You would. But it's somewhat easy for you to lose weight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, easy for you to lose weight, and also easy for you to build muscle as a mesomorph. And then there's endomorph or the kapha, and the kapha is a little bit more difficult. So they're like big boned, more water retention, just bigger. So those 3 characteristics are represented in all of us. Everyone has a little bit of all 3. It's just a matter of the varying degrees that make each person as individual as possible. Now, your pulse says that you're a pitta. It's the fire pulse. You're made up of fire and water. And the pitta does really well in like high power administrative. You'd be a great hospital CEO. Yeah. And so let's see. So on the superficial layer, it goes like this: large intestine, stomach, and then the adrenal gland and thyroid here. The stomach pulse, which is like where we would see that kind of like indigestion, heartburn kind of thing, is just like, because you're a pitta and because this is your strong pulse, it just means that your stomach is just going to power through anything. Like, you can eat whatever you want and your stomach's like, oh, I got this. And like, but it would really help it a lot if you just slow down a little bit. Okay, I'm going to go to the deeper layer here and see what this says. So on the deeper layer, it goes lung, spleen, organs of reproduction. Okay, these 2 pulses show up good. So, do you smoke?
Sometimes it's like when me and my friends are out.
Okay, that's nothing. Do you have asthma, allergies as a kid or anything?
Allergies, like seasonal.
Okay.
I used to not really have them, but now I kind of have them bad.
Interesting. You have sinus infections?
Yeah.
All right. Lung meridian. So I've got some herbs for that will probably be useful for the seasonal stuff. Nettle. Okay, so that's good for the right side. Let's see. Oh yeah, no, I didn't do the organ of reproduction. Oh no, this was okay here. The organ of reproduction. The cycle is normal cycle, 28 days.
Mm-hmm.
Good. No excessive.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Very nice. All right, so on the left side it goes small intestine, gallbladder, urinary bladder. So this side it's slightly different. The pitta pulse isn't as strong on this side. So that would point more towards your stomach than, let's say, your gallbladder or your liver over here, because it could be gallbladder too. But it doesn't feel like that here. Your gallbladder feels okay. Do you have nausea ever?
Mm-hmm. All the time.
Okay, very good. When you eat?
Like if I wake up, like I'm always, ever since I was a kid, I like wake up and I'll be nauseous. Or if I don't eat, like I get super nauseous. Like, nausea, yeah. I get nauseous very easily.
Okay. All right. I don't think that's your gallbladder, though. Gallbladder pulse is fine, and plus your gallbladder wouldn't be defunct as a little kid. Do you have some crazy history of gallbladder stuff? You know, if your parents both have their gallbladders?
My dad doesn't.
Do you know how old he was when he got it out?
He probably got it taken out when I was like 10.
Yeah, so that's only 10 years ago. So he's a full-grown man at that point. All right, so maybe explore other reasons for nausea, maybe some inner ear stuff. Dizziness? Do you get dizzy ever with the nausea?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and then just when I adjusted your neck too, you had that increase in feeling in your forehead, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's a little bit more, that's different, that's not digestive. So most of your nausea is in the morning when you wake up.
Yeah, like most of the time, and then like depending on like how quick I am to like eat. Like, so like this morning, like I woke up, I'm good for a little bit, and then like if I don't eat, like I'm sick.
Okay, so you get nauseous before. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Nausea with after eating is gallbladder, but before
Yeah, it's before.
is stomach. Dude, it's like your stomach is too powerful.
It's like always hungry.
Yeah. Is it really?
Yeah, I'm like, I can eat like, this one yesterday, I ate all day.
Okay, good. But that's Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Hey, good. I'm glad we did the whole thing here because this is really unfolding into the stomach stuff here. And so we have to think of, have you ever done apple cider vinegar before?
I used to take the gummies.
And?
I don't know if I really noticed the real difference, but I also probably wasn't consistent with it.
All right. How much water are you drinking? Let me see your tongue. See your tongue out. All right, put it back. You drink coffee too?
Yeah. I'm dehydrating myself.
Okay. You already tried the apple cider vinegar and it was a fail. But it was also the gummies. So who knows what they're putting in those things? So
That's true.
I would do a regular like apple cider vinegar capful. See if it triggers the nausea. The stomach, usually it's like a too much acid kind of thing, but sometimes it's a not enough acid thing. The apple cider vinegar, if you take it and it makes you nauseous, then that means it's too much acid. And that you need to really try to not eat acidic foods.
Okay.
Fried stuff.
I really don't eat fried stuff that often though.
Tomatoes and peppers.
Tomatoes.
Pasta sauce.
All the time.
I know, man. Me too. I would just change how you're eating before you change what you're eating.
I do eat super fast. Everyone always yells at me for that.
Okay. Fair. All right, so I'm going to go down to the deeper layer. And this one goes kidney, liver, heart. I'm okay with all of these things right here. Now I'm going to do the chakra reading. So there's 7 chakras.
Okay.
This is found on the 7th layer. So there's not really just a superficial entity. There's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And they all have different levels of information. I only use the 3 levels though.
Okay.
And so we're just going to find the pulse again. Hear the crow medicine out there. Come on. I'm going to go back to the right side because that was a stronger side. It's good. You've got a very don't take this the wrong way, but you have a strong masculine energy.
Yeah, I definitely do.
Okay, let this relax here. And that just means it's going to be easier to take your pulse from the right side than the left side. It also means that it's easier for you to give than to receive.
Yeah.
Which is a beautiful thing. All right, I'm going to push down into the pulse here. was pretty quick and clear. That it was just straight up root chakra. All right, so just remember that this is not just a shot. Like you don't have a block in your chakra or anything like that. There's nothing wrong, but it's just like excuse me. It's just like where you are in your journey. You know what I mean? And so like the root chakra is a grounding, right? So this is still like a, where you live, how you live, and your ideals. Like you're still formulating in your frontal lobe, which isn't fully developed yet until you're 25, 26 years old. You're still formulating how you want this to be for you, what you want to happen after this 25. It all comes down to really the next, however long that if you've been thinking about this, but also 2 years. The next 2 years are critical for rooting down and being like, this is who I am, this is what I want to do, and this is how I'm going to do it. And so with the root chakra, you always want to go deep. You want to send your root chakra deep into the center of the earth. And what that really means is connecting with nature, first of all, and connecting with yourself, connecting with your nature. So it's not so relationships are not as important to you, okay? Your willpower and like doing the thing that you're supposed to do, not as important to you right now. Reconstituting what you find, as you ground, as you dig deep, and then you just keep reconstituting it and recycling it. And all of that, like now, it's like you're putting money in the bank, but it's really you're just putting your thoughts and feelings in the bank so that when life does change, which it will, and sometimes it appears like it's more challenging, but really we're just supposed to be growing the whole time and getting stronger. And like if you are growing and getting stronger, then those challenges that present themselves to you later on in life aren't really that challenging or are less challenging. So it's crazy because this is the exact conversation we had before about, just bank it now. You know what I mean? It's exactly what's happening right now. But it's not just money. It's talking about your feelings and even more than feelings, your ideals. What are your ideals? What's important to you? What do you want? How are you going to get it? And then you just dig a deep hole and you throw it in there like a seed, and then it'll, throughout the rest of your life. You just keep watering it. You got to revisit it and water your ideals, water your what's important to you, and then it just keeps growing until you have a tree, and then it fruits, and lets down the seeds, and you grow more trees. It's a cycle.
Yeah, it is.
And then you said before too, you were like, oh yeah, I like the seasons. So
Yeah.
that's right now is nature, and the cycles.
Yeah.